What's going on, Wolfpack TCG? Leo here. So been hearing a lot of people, or at least seeing a lot of people looking for clan deck profiles. I've been playtesting mine on the side. I'm kind of mediating between a lot of decks right now outside of waiting when I'm playing competitive. I have Gundam X in the work. Haven't even talked about that one, I don't think, at all. Mafty is still kind of mafty. I haven't really found a like for it, but I don't know if that's because of not enough support or just not liking the deck. I don't know. I really love CB, but CB is just, it feels like it's missing a little something, so we'll get there. But Gundam X has been really fun to play with. But Clan has been a very consistent flow, and there's a lot of ways to play it. And I've seen other people running theirs, and I figured I'd go ahead and throw out mine. I've enjoyed it the way it is at this time, especially with the new 8/7 drop. So we're going to start off with the low drops. We're going to be running 4 of the 2/1. Snake Eyes, it's a clan. It allows you to be targeted not only for Schoolgirl and the Smuggler, but when you drop your Red Gundam, that allows you to give a +2 to a clan. Not only that, by having a clan unit, if you have the other Quecks with First Strike, you'll be available to get First Strike because, again, it's clan. Which leads us into our next low-level drop, which is a 3/2, 4 of the Gelgoog. Sugai's Gelgoog. Again, clan trait, which is really nice. So with the way I like running my deck, a lot of people were going to go ahead and go back and forth on this part, but I run 10 pilots, which we'll get into, but clan trait is really nice for that purpose. Next, we're running 3 of the 4/2 drops. Originally, I was not liking this because of the link requirement of Suji, but when you really think about it, being able to drop 2 of these turn 4 and just like have 2 bodies on field is really great. There's no arguing that, especially in this game type. 2 bodies for 2 for the cost of 4 resources, kind of wild. Getting into a little bit of our higher curve, we're going to get into the big boy Red Gundam, which is 4/3, and we're running 4 of those. Gives you breach 1, and then on attack, you can choose 1 to 2 friendly clan units itself, or any of the other clan units that are on board, and give them a +2 AP. That is really nice because, again, even this is an effect without pilot. You do not need to be linked or paired for this effect. So you'd wind up with a 5/4, a 5/3, a 4/2, or, as we're going to get into the next Red Gundam, which is from GD03, the 4/2 cost, again, which is really nice following the other one, but this one's a 2/4, and you do keep in mind its deploy effect is mandatory. It's not a win. It's on deploy, so you do have to do this if you have another clan unit in play, and if you do have a valid target. But it, as well as a clan trait, it's a 2/4, which could be a 4/4. Suicide, you can again drop 2 by turn 4, spending your 4 resources. I am getting into the Quecks now, away from all of the Red Gundams, which, most of this deck is going to be a little bit of nonsense, and then a lot of Red Gundams, and then Quecks copies. I'm running 2 of the 4/3 on deploy. If you have another clan unit, you can choose 1 enemy unit to ding it for 1. I don't really care for it because it's a throwaway card, so it's either going to body something, body a shield, get a ping off, or sit there. It's going to be a viable target, but I mean, a 4/2 booty, it's a problem for your opponent, so either they're going to have to overthink it, but you don't. You can just drop it and go. And then we're going to get into the turn 5, the starter deck Quecks. This is the one where it gains First Strike when linked if you have another clan unit in play. That is a very key part a lot of people miss out on, but it's all up to you and the enemy player to be making sure you know and understand effects. But the First Strike is great because if you do get your Machu with it, it's a 6/5, and then you get your Searcher as well. But easy to run over wing, easy to run over a lot of boss monsters, or crash and not take any damage if you can get it off. This is the only card I've been debating changing. I'm probably going to bump it to 3. I'm still playing with the idea, and I'll explain that here shortly when we do get into the commands. But it is such a free card. I mean, again, it's an 8-7 cost, but like most games nowadays are getting you to 8. And being able to drop it, choose one enemy, no holds barred, deal 3 to it, and then suppression, that's a problem. And it's a 6-5. You know, that's not a bad trade-off for a drop. Now, we're going to go ahead and scoop those real quick so that way we can make a little bit of room. So, get these here. Get our quecks with our quecks.
Your reds with your reds.
Kind of. Get them color coordination because my OCD does kick up a lot. Now, getting into the commands, I do run 4 close combats. Close combat speaks for itself. I was thinking about running 3, but I decided to run it at 4. It's a 2-2 play, just deal 2 damage to anything. I already have enough units pinging, may as well kind of keep up with it. The next pinging card that I'm running 4 of is Improved Technique. Now, this one is nice because its burst activates its main, and its main is also a main action, so you can respond with it or activate it during the main, but you can choose one enemy unit that is level 4 or lower, deal 3 damage to it. If you have 2 or more in the grave, you can choose any unit to deal 3 damage to. So you have a high possibility of going ahead and bumping at a lot of pings, not only in close combat, improved techniques, as well as the red Gundams and the quecks. I've dropped Schoolgirl and the Smuggler down to 2. It's nice as a turn 1 play. It's not mandatory. I feel like I'm starting to realize that I feel like it's a crutch that you want a turn 1 play to sift through, but that's also not necessarily helping when it comes to keeping your hand. So you're not necessarily, by keeping 4 of those, yeah, you get a lot of search power, you get a lot of hand corrections, but you lose 1 to add 1, possibly, and then you're sitting with a low hand. So it's a give and take. 2 is nice. I don't think any more than that. If I were to add a 3rd one, I'm either going to drop this down to 1 for the 8-7 cost, or I'll probably drop this next command down, which is the undying, I can't read it upside down.
Undying Persistence.
Yes, English. Again, I like this. This makes me technically up to 10 pilots. So I can go ahead and, since it's a clan type, I can pair it with Sugi's Gelgoog. I can pair it with the red Gundam. I can go ahead and pair it with, I think that was it. Yeah, that was it. I can link them to those, and then I can pair it if I needed it to for additional push. So if not, I can also get that additional ping 1 in, which I like floating on. And it's a main action, again, response. So if you have the resources, you can do that, close combat, unyielding technique. It's kind of wild. So that's why I'm sitting at 2 of those. But I would either drop that to 1 or Schoolgirl and the Smuggler down to 1 for an additional 8-7 cost. So that's my thought process on that. That's what I've been enjoying. Now, switching into pilots, I feel like these ones are kind of straightforward. You run the 4 Machu and the 4 Suji. You run the Paint Sniffer and you run the Attitude Adjustment. So they speak for themselves. During link on attack, you can look at the top card of your deck, either keep it or bottom deck it. When linked, you can look at the top card of your deck. If it's a clan unit, add it to hand. Or not a clan unit, just a clan card. So that's your base, your units, your commands. If it's a clan item, she allows it to be added, unlike the Schoolgirl and the Smuggler. So those ones speak for themselves. And then for bases, we are just sticking with the ping expectation. I liked the breach idea. I liked the resting a base for the +2 AP, but realistically speaking, they weren't coming up enough for me to keep the flow going. I was running out of gas because of things like that. So might as well run Suji's Hideout, because when it's destroyed, not by replacing it, but when an opponent destroys it, you can choose one unit that is level 4 or lower, deal 1 damage to it. So again, not only are you going to get to benefit off of that, that's 1 damage, it's possibly 2 damage, that's 4, possibly a total of 4 damage, that's possibly a total of 3 damage, where to go, possibly another 3 damage, and then last but not least, a possible 2 damage. And that's, I'm doing the math based on adding each of the individual cards, not adding them up, mind you. So that is my food for thought when it comes to a lot of these. So do keep that in mind. Not everybody's gonna have the same thought process or expectation or play style. So that is how I'm running Clan. What I've really been enjoying about it, I feel Clan straight out of the box is stupid good. GD02, GD03 support for it has made it a lot more fun, and there's so many different variations that I've seen coming out. It's nice to have our own 2-1 drop, and I don't think that's where the support's going to end, if I'm going to be real with anybody. I do expect us to get even more support out of GD04. Whether it's going to be good support or not, we'll see, but I don't see the support ending anytime soon for Clan. If you guys have any questions, thoughts, I would love to hear them.
Opinions.
Opinions in general, feedback is great on why you guys like running something. If you feel like dropping something would be good. Like I said, I get a lot of people saying I should drop the Undying Persistence, but it's come in handy so much versus it being a dead card. So I've really liked it. I've really kept up with it. So that's just my opinion. But with that being said, y'all don't forget to like, subscribe, go ahead and hit that follow button. Don't forget we also do go live on Twitch at Leo the Fallen, all caps _. That'll be in the description, or it should be. That way you guys can see us going live when we're doing tournaments at some of our locals and announcing other things and other shenanigans. So I'm hoping to get the Gundam X deck, or Gundam X deck worked out. Such a weird phrasing. Gundam X deck, yeah. And then I'm hoping to get the Mafty deck figured out. Not gonna lie, like I said, it's just been kind of schwafty. So we'll see. But again, give us your feedback. This is Leo. Later.